Hi, sixth graders. Hope you are having a fantastic day. Sorry if I'm a little squinty. The sun's coming in through my window and I can't quite get out of its way. So you will just have to deal with me having a spotlight. So today we are going into lesson 2.1. We are, for our agenda, you need to be doing your bell work, the video lesson, which this is, and then you have a very small assignment on Google Classroom. This should take you no more than 10 minutes at the most. Okay. Assignments need to be turned in to count for attendance. Even if you have older things you haven't turned in, turn them in, please. Okay, I want you to be successful. Daily work, you need to have your bell work and your assignment done by midnight tonight. That's when they are due. By the end of this lesson, you are going to be writing 4 questions to help us, because we are going to be scientific investigators, to find the right information to solve the mystery of an animal population decrease. So yesterday in the reading, we learned about something similar to this. There's a population decrease in the sheep. Okay, and in your reading, what was the cause of the decrease? Okay, if you remember, they had found that they were being overhunted. Okay, so a predator, which was man, had been overdoing what needed to be done, and it was affecting their population. And once they were able to correct that, they were able to find out what that interaction was that was having such a bad effect. Okay, and so today we are going to look at another mystery, and tomorrow we're going to look at 3. Okay, so today we're going to be practicing writing the questions that investigators need, and then tomorrow we're going to use that skill again. So this is a picture of a lake trout. Okay, they're a pretty big fish. They can get anywhere from small to like huge, big. Okay, and these kind of trout live in the Great Lakes region. Okay, here's a picture of the Great Lakes. This is Lake Superior, and they're all right up here. Okay, in that area. Now, when we look at, there's a better view of, or a written map, so you can see kind of where we're looking at. Okay. So here is a graph of the population. And if you notice, when they started doing this in 1930, it started at 200,000 populations in the lakes. And it peaked up here, and then all of a sudden went down, and then it went down again. And between 1950 and 1970, it plummeted. Okay. We need to find out what happened to our trout population in the mid 70s to make this happen. I mean, they almost went to 0, looks like. Okay. And then it started going back up again. We had another peak and then a little bit of a valley, and then it peaked again. And that is where we stop. Our information stops at about 1998. Okay, and hopefully I can find some more up-to-date graph to see how that's continued. So what can we do with this information? Okay, what reasons why would we care? As it's a fish. Why is it so important that we care about what's going on? Okay, as a scientific investigator, got to get my notes. As a scientific investigator, we're going to closely investigate this example of a population change. Remember, the population is the same species in a specific area. And there's a huge change. And we're going to find out what that is. Sorry. All right. Shh. Mr. Porter's home. Okay. So we're going to be looking at some questions that we can ask as investigators. What information can help us? So we don't know very much about lake trout here in Nevada. We don't really, none of us that I know of are fishermen. And we can probably go fish on Lake Mead, but this is a thing that is not native to our environment. So what information do we need to learn about the trout in order to understand the environment about the trout? So what's the depth of the water? What's the temperature of the water? You know, what's in the water? Okay. Is it salt water? Is it fresh water? I don't know anything about this. We need to ask the right questions to find out this information. Okay. What do we know about what the trout eat for food? Did something happen to their food source? Okay. Um, I don't know. You know, we need to ask questions about what's their food, what eats them. Okay. How do we know how they reproduce? Could something have happened to their spawning grounds or where they lay their eggs? Fish don't have live young; they lay eggs and then they're fertilized by the male. So, did something happen with that? Did something happen to the water that they're in? Um, did it start moving faster? Did it stop moving as fast? What's going on? We need to ask these questions. Okay, is there something we need to know about predators of the trout? So, with the sheep, they were being overhunted. Is that the case here? I don't know. So, your assignment today, told you it's a quick one. Your assignment today is you are going to come up with 4 questions that you can ask to help us solve the mystery of why the trout population is decreasing. So, it needs to be in the form of a question. It needs to be about something with the organism, the environment, both what their interactions are with each other. Okay. Think about these 4 things. Okay. And then make sure that you turn that in. These are going to be graded by me, not the computer, because they are a short answer. So don't be freaked out when you get a 0 score. That's not your final score. Okay. All right. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to look at 3 more mysteries and come up with some more questions. All right. We will talk to you later.